So you like farming sim games, but they're starting to bore you because every single one of them feels exactly the same. Well, have no fear. I've made you a list of upcoming farming sims that feel like they're not like other farming sims. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Payton. It is nice to meet you, it is nice to see you, and welcome to the corner. Now, I love a farming sim game, but I'm gonna be honest, I feel like more recently as I play more and more farming sims, I am just disappointed because I feel like every farming sim is starting to feel exactly the same, and I am craving innovation in the farming sim category because I really do like this kind of game, but why do I want to spend my money buying the exact same thing over and over again? So I compiled a list today of upcoming farming sims that I feel like are unique and feel kind of different than the usual farming sims that we see, while still feeling like they have the farming elements that we like. Some of these games definitely lean more toward the life sim category rather than just strictly farming, but all of the games on today's list have some element of farming included in them, and all of the games on the list are upcoming games, so some of them do not have set release dates or set platforms they're going to be coming to, but these are all ones to keep your eye out for if you love farming with a little bit of a twist. Before we get into it, please be sure to click the lovely little like button, as well as subscribe for more cozy, chaotic content, and if you want to see me play cozy games live, including many of farming sims, I live stream on YouTube right here on this channel, also over on Twitch 3 times a week, and we would love to see you at a stream. Okay, I will shut up. Let's get into it. The first game on the list is actually coming out this month, which is kind of what inspired this entire video. This is a game I've talked about a few times before, and I'm going to continue talking about it because I am that excited. I feel like this game really serves the purpose of this video. Farming, but different. This game is called Echoes of the Plum Grove. Echoes of the Plum Grove is a casual, cozy farming simulator where your decisions actually have consequences. What to plant, what to stock for the winter, and who to befriend will not only shape the town of Honeywood, but the entire island you're on itself. After washing onto the island shores, you'll find yourself the newly minted owner to a humble plot of land. Now, don't roll your eyes yet, I know this sounds like every other farming game ever. In this one, you'll pull up your sleeves, grab your tools, and get to work building a farm that will not only last a lifetime, but span generations. Because building relationships is the core of Echoes of the Plum Grove. As you grow your family, your original character will die, and you'll find yourself playing as someone else in your family, and so on and so on and so on. You'll have to work together with your fellow townsfolk to forge an even greater community, or just get them out of the way with harsh words and drastic measures to cause a little bit of drama. I played the demo of this game recently. Oh my goodness. Oh god, this is a baby grave. This is tiny. This person got a little grave. We love them though anyway. I took flowers from someone's grave? Oh no! I'm insulting the children. I'm taking flowers from the grave. They're gonna kick me out. And this is like, I feel like this game was made for me because it's definitely cozy. The visual style is something I've praised a bunch on this channel already. I think it's really cutesy and cozy, but it's like so chaotic. I kind of love that your character could die and you could play as someone else in your family. I feel like that keeps it fresh and exciting. I like that you can kind of like fight, gossip, start drama with the other townsfolk. It makes it feel interesting for me. My favorite part of a farming sim, other than, you know, growing the beautiful crops, is getting to know all of the different people in town, getting to know their stories, romancing them, whatever. And this mechanic really makes it feel dynamic, like we can actually make a difference and affect the people around us. And something interesting that I remember when I played the demo one of the developers was in our lovely live stream when we were playing it, and they told me that you could actually die of like old infectious diseases. So it's giving kind of like nostalgic Oregon Trail meets cute modern farming sim, and I'm so into it. I feel like this game has a little bit of everything, has all of those classic mechanics we love in a farming sim, but then takes it a whole step further and really makes its mark as its own unique game. Talking about unique, the next game on the list is unlike any other game I've ever played before, and I think it's something a lot of cozy gamers will be interested in because it kind of takes on an idle game approach, which is something I'm seeing more and more and more in the cozy gaming community. This game is called Rusty's Retirement. Rusty's Retirement is an idle farming simulator designed to sit at the bottom of your computer screen, allowing you to work on other tasks while caring for your farm. In the game, you'll plant crops and watch Rusty get to work as he waters, nurtures, and harvests. You'll unlock new crops as you progress, from crispy carrots to ripe tomatoes. And you'll use your crops to produce clean and energy-efficient biofuel, which is a vital robot power source, so that you can deploy a team of cute little robots to assist with planting, watering, and harvesting. Like I said, this one is an idle game, so it's one that you'll keep open while you're doing other things on your computer, whether that be working, whether that be watching other people's streams, maybe, or YouTube videos. I think this game seems really fun. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a big idle game person, but this one is one I think I would actually keep open, because my problem with a lot of idle games is I just don't want to have like a bonus thing running on my computer if I'm not going to be like really paying attention or utilizing it. But this one, I think because it's at the bottom of your screen, I feel more intrigued to try it because I feel like, you know, I'm still doing whatever task I'm doing. It's just there at the bottom and I can interact with it if I want to, or I could just like watch it happen before me. I think it's really interesting and I think it'll be really good for specifically people who work a lot on their computer. Maybe you're doing boring tasks, or maybe it's not boring to you, but like maybe if you're on Excel all day, you're typing in data over and over again, it could get a little boring looking at the same thing on your screen. I feel like it would be fun to have little Rusty in the garden at the bottom of the screen watching it progress and grow. I think this game definitely fits the vibe of innovative farming sim game. The next game on the list I think is closest to a true farming sim game. A lot of these go very off the rails from your typical farm sim, but this one I feel like stays pretty true if you like a classic farm sim, but it gives enough difference that I think it's going to be interesting and unique. This one's called SUGARDEW Island. SUGARDEW Island is a cozy farming game where you have to run your own farm shop. After a surprising storm and a shipwreck, your journey begins as you awaken on a deserted island. To continue your adventure, you must collect harmony by selling goods to the forest folk, healing the island, and overcoming the thorns. You'll take care of your animals and your farm, sell your goods, upgrade the island, and fulfill small orders from the harmony tree to fill the island with life again. So like I said, feel like we kind of are sticking with the classic farming sim style. Shipwrecked, here we are, we inherit a farm. But the twist on this one is there's more of a focus on your farming shop rather than what you typically see in a farming sim where you're growing your crops, maybe you're using a shipping bin, and it's not really about interacting with other NPCs and like selling them your things. I really like that focus in this one. It feels very cute. I really like games where I'm in charge of like a shop or like a cafe, something like that. So I like they were having a farming sim twist. This one also has some magical elements as well, which is something that I really enjoy in a farming sim. And the style of this game is really cutesy and vibrant. And overall, I think it looks like a really cozy farming game. The next game on the list is taking the farm and putting it somewhere completely different. This game is called Little Known Galaxy. Little Known Galaxy is a cozy single-player RPG space adventure that's full of friendly characters, exploration, crafting, and of course, farming. In the game, you'll join Space Alliance as a new captain in training and work with your quirky crew to solve the mysteries of an ancient relic found on the Gray Planet. What mysteries will it uncover? What kind of adventures lie ahead? And who will you meet along the way? It's up to you to discover as the captain. And at its core, it's your job to support your crew, follow your heart, and always take care of each other. Now, I first heard about this game a few months ago because they released a demo during Steam's Next Fest. This wasn't a demo I ended up getting to, but everybody in the world told me it was their favorite one. I heard so many good things about the demo of this game, and so many people really said exactly what this video is about. Farming sim, but super unique. We're definitely seeing a lot more space games come into the cozy gaming category, and I am iffy about them. But this one, I really like the art style of this one. It feels really cutesy. For me, I like my cozy games to definitely be rooted in some kind of cuteness. I don't think cute and cozy are synonymous, of course, but for me, when I think about my favorite games, I like when there's some kind of cutesy element. I like how the characters look. I like how the spaceship looks. I like that it's not just about farming. Again, more of a life sim kind of in this one. I think there's a lot to explore in this galaxy, and I'm really excited to see how this space farming sim is different. The next game on the list, I could literally make an entire dedicated video about. I have so much to say about it, and it is nowhere close to being out yet, but you just need to know I'm really excited about this one. This one's called Farm Folks. Farm Folks is a third-person life simulator sandbox multiplayer game with an open-world experience that seamlessly merges resource management and automation into farm building with extensive customization. You'll get to play either alone or with your friends to build the ultimate farm factory with almost no limits. The game features the opportunity to automate farm product deliveries by establishing conveyor railing systems and building the ultimate factory, as well as the opportunity to explore various islands inspired by the archipelagos of Sicily. An extensive amount of customizations, from customizing the furniture, walls, windows, and more, while also including tons of unique NPCs, some of which you can romance, with different quests to unlock even more territories, as well as there are a wide amount of animals and no forceful resting system, so you're not gonna like pass out when the day runs out, as well as a wide variety of vehicles to use to get around. Farm Folks is like a viral upcoming cozy game. This game, they tweet nearly like every day some cool and exciting feature. The customization, I think, is what sets this one apart from other farm sims, because yes, at this point there are lots of farm sim, factory, kind of solar punky styles. I feel like that is also another growing genre, but this one, I think it's the customization that does it for me and making it feel unique. Also that it is super open world focused. I feel like there aren't a lot of very open world farming sims. There are some that kind of claim to be open world, but then the world is not that open, if you know what I mean. So this one promises to have a lot to explore. There are super cute animals. I love the art style of this one as well, and the customization seems to go very extensively. I'm hoping we can really get in with this one and make the world our own while still having those classic farming sim things that we love, like growing the crops. I'm interested to see what it's like to make my own factory instead of just regular farm. I'm definitely interested to see how this one plays out. The next game on the list is more of an adventure game than a farm game, but I'm including it anyway. This game is called Critter Cove. Critter Cove is a combination life sim and town builder with a beautiful, handcrafted open world to explore, and of course, there are elements of farming. It's set in a cozy post-apocalyptic paradise where you'll get to restore an old town, sail across a mysterious archipelago, hunt relics, and farm, fish, and craft everything you need while getting to know a wild cast of critters. Now, I actually did a first look at Critter Cove last year when I was able to play in one of their playtests. Oh, but I could be a human with character. Hold on. Wow, okay, so there are a bunch of different... oh, I could be like a skull person? Oh, that's it. That's the one. Oh, that new sailor woman. You're not what I expected. I I always heard sailors were supposed to be tough and capable looking. Am I not looking so capable as a little clown? I think I am, okay? And I had so much fun playing the game. What I think sets this one apart from me is it does feel more adventure-y. I like that you can sail out to different islands in this archipelago, but I think that the critters really make it unique. I love that they're not just people. It feels like a little bit different to me. I also really like that it is a town builder. Like, we really get to see different areas of the town be built up. When I experienced the game in my short little video I made, I had a lot of fun exploring just the one little section I was at. You can go underwater, you can climb up on buildings. There are lots of different characters with lots of different quests. There was tons of customization even in the playtest that I played, so I think it's going to be really unique. Again, this one's more of a life sim adventure game than farming, but there is farming in it, so I think it counts. The next game on the list is perfect if you are tired of listening to other people in farming sims. Like, who wants to listen to Mayor Lewis? Not me. In this game, you get to be the mayor. This game is called Go-Go Town. In Go-Go Town, you'll get to plan, build, and hopefully prosper. As mayor, it's up to you to breathe life back into a rundown town, and you'll do so by constructing shops, hiring staff, automating deliveries with couriers, and attracting tourists to the town, all while managing infrastructure and avoiding catastrophes. And while this one isn't all about farming, it will still feature farming, fishing, mining, and other typical farm sim elements. I think Go-Go Town is the perfect game if you like farming sims, but like, you don't really care that much about the actual farming. There is actual farming in this game, but there's so much more. For me, farming is just like one tiny sliver of what I like about a farming sim. I love going around the town and doing things. This one, you really get to take it into your own hands and build, customize, create. I love the visual style. I love the color palette of this game. Every time I see footage of this game, it just screams absolute fun to me, and it feels like it is very customization heavy. And I love that we can, farm, but we could also ditch our farming responsibilities and go do many other things. The next game on the list is perfect if you love nature, and if you're like me and you've always dreamed of being like a van life person, but maybe you don't have enough money to buy and renovate a van, and also maybe you don't even have your driver's license because you live in a very large city and you've never needed to get one, but you fantasize about getting a van and driving off into the sunset. This one might be for you. This game is called Outbound. Outbound is an open-world exploration game set in a utopian near future. You'll start with an empty camper van and turn it into the home of your dreams. You'll build and explore at your own pace, scavenge materials, craft, automate production, and build in and on top of your vehicle with modular parts. You'll advance in technology and efficiently use energy to power your home. You'll need to adjust your strategy to adapt to new landscapes and changing environmental conditions. And again, while this one may not sound like your typical farming game, you will be able to grow plants and crops right on your camper van. I love this. I'm so into this. I'm not usually into like a survivalist kind of game where you need to get resources to survive, not just because you want to sell forageables to make money. This one, you're surviving. You gotta renovate this van, you gotta travel across, you gotta find places to go, you need to power your van. I think this one is so interesting because it does all of that, but it still feels cozy to me. Something about the camper van and something specifically about getting to grow your van and decorate it. Like, I love how it looks with the plants and stuff on top. Growing the crops, not just like for funsies, but growing them because you need the resources, I think is really interesting. I think it definitely puts a different twist on a farming sim. I don't feel like in a farming sim, I often feel like worried about my resources, I think this one will take it and put a whole different spin on it. And I'm really interested to see the open world, travel with my farm, build out my beautiful van, and of course, live in my fantastical van life world. The next game on the list, farming. But there's also technology, and it feels real to the decade that we're in. This game is called Sunnyside. In Sunnyside, you just purchased your first plot of land in an aging post town in the heart of the Japanese countryside. Now it's up to you to create a homestead you can be proud of. In the game, you'll need to master the art of farming, explore local resources, you'll have the opportunity to build your own dream home, care for your animals, bond with some locals, and of course, use modern technology to balance time between your new farm life and joining the local community. Speaking of local community, you'll get to meet new people and learn all about their lives, support their businesses, hang out around the town or in the bustling city, and of course, even pursue some romance if that's your style. Now, I played the demo to Sunnyside recently on the channel, and it was so much fun. Part of the reason I'm so excited about this game is they leaked one of the characters a couple months ago on Twitter, and I haven't stopped thinking about him since. You'll know when you see him. There he is. Can you just tell? Let's just take a second. He looks like Mark from Coral Island. He looks like my boyfriend! I just got to play just a little taste of it, but I really like the idea of this game of incorporating modern technology into a farming sim because it feels, very real. In a time where so many things revolve around our phones and social media, and that's how we connect with each other, I like that that's how you connect with other characters in this game. I also think it's unique that this game has a very distinct divide between the countryside and the city, and it's easy to get to both places, so if you want to get a little bit of a taste of both kind of areas, you can, and I think that's something I don't really see done a whole lot. I also really like the overall style of the game, the Japanese countryside. I really like how the characters look, there are some cuties in there if you like to romance like I do, and overall, I'm just really excited to see a modern spin on a farming sim. And the last game on the list is kind of cheating because I've called this upcoming farming sims. This game is already out, but it's coming out for a Nintendo Switch this spring, so I guess it's still upcoming. But this game is one of my favorite cozy games ever. If you've been around the channel, you probably can already guess what it is. I just felt like this one really is the blueprint to me of what a farming sim that feels innovative and unique should be like. This game is called Moonstone Island. Moonstone Island is a creature-collecting life sim that's set in an open world with over 100 islands to explore. In the game, you'll make friends, brew potions, collect spirits, and test your strength in card-based encounters to complete your alchemy training. Following your village's tradition, you've just moved to an island in the sky to, of course, complete your alchemy training. Armed with a team of nature spirits, magical potions, and the support of your new friends, you'll explore ancient temples, dangerous dungeons, and hostile biomes to uncover the dark secret of Moonstone Island. I love Moonstone Island so much. I think what I love so much about this one is I think it does a really great job. Again, this one's not just a farm sim. There's farming. You can absolutely farm. But whenever I play this game, I do not that much farming because I want to do all of the other things. I think what's so fun about this one is it combines creature collection, card-based battling, life sim, farm sim so nicely together. And I think this game is a wonderful introduction to those other categories if you've never played them before. For myself, I was newer to creature collection games when I played this one, as well as I was very new to turn-based card battling. I thought it would be something I would not get at all because a couple games I played in the past like that were very confusing to me. This one, I think, does a really great job of bringing you in warmly to that kind of style of game, and I think it's really, really fun. And I really love that it has all of the classic farming sim stuff that we like. There are different crops. In this one, the crops are like fantastical. They're not very realistic, they're very unique. There's also characters to get to know and romance as well, and there's quite a variety of them, and they're very diverse, and I love how they look. The different islands are really fun to travel to. The dungeons are fun to explore. There's a little bit of puzzle to it as well. This game, I feel like, really has it all, and I think it is a great example of, okay, it's giving us the things we like about a farming sim. We can farm, we can fish, we can go to the mines, we can talk to NPCs, romance them, we can decorate, we can do all that stuff. But then, yes, and we can do creature collection. There are tons of spirits to collect. The battles are really fun. The puzzles are really fun. I feel like it just does all of the things I want it to and then more. And they keep frequently updating this game, so it feels like there is so much love being continuously put into this game, and I love watching it evolve right before my very eyes, and it definitely makes me feel like, yes, we don't need to have farming sims that all are just carbon copies of each other. It really does feel exciting to me when they feel unique, and Moonstone Island definitely feels unique to me. And there you guys have it. Those were some upcoming farming sim games that I feel like are not just like every other farming sim game. But I want to know your thoughts. What do you think about these games? Are you interested in any of them? How do you feel about farming sims? Do you feel like there is a lot of repetition in them? Or do you feel like you like having the same kind of thing where you know what you're getting into when you pull up a farming game? Is there something nice about the simplicity of it? Or are you like me and you're hungry for more? I want to know. Let me know down below. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to click the lovely little like button on your way out, as well as subscribe for more cozy, chaotic content. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye!